I am going to show you how to import new library data, new song data into Music One from a text file, a comma-separated file, a tab-delimited file, or an XLS, an Excel spreadsheet file. So this library is totally empty. There's nothing in new songs. And here is an Excel spreadsheet. Now, Music One cannot import directly from that Excel spreadsheet, but you can open it with Excel, and here I'm opening it with one of the OpenOffice copies of Excel. And here are the fields that are in this file here. And there's some empty fields. The C field doesn't have anything. The F and G don't have anything. The fields that I need are A, B, D, and that last field there, the H. Now, those four fields are required for Music One to import songs: title, artist, length of the thing, and the cart number. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to delete some of these columns. We don't have to have them. We don't have to delete the columns. We can tell the importer to ignore those columns, but it makes it a little easier to see what we're doing if we're only working with the data fields that we need to work with. All right, I have my four columns of data: the cart, the title, the artist, and the length. I'm going to select all four, then do a right-click, and copy all the data in all four columns. Now, open Notepad and paste that data into Notepad. And when you do, it becomes a tab-delimited file. There's the data. And notice, right after yes there, and over to Owner of a Lonely Heart. There, I just select that space there. That's a tab space. You can't see it, but it's a tab space. And the software can see it. And now open the File menu and save the file. Give it any name that you want. You're only going to use it one time. And save it as a text file. And now let's jump into Music One. Click on the Categories button and then open the Import menu. And from there we select Import from Track List. And this window pops up. We're going to click the first Browse button, the one on top there, and locate the text file. And I had put this text file on my desktop, so let's click to the desktop there, and there it is. Select that file and click Open. Music One recognized this file as a delimited file. There's more than one kind of delimited file. This one is tab delimited. There's also comma delimited. And in a comma delimited, you may have quotation marks. So you can tell it to remove the quotation marks. And if it's got a heading, you can say ignore the heading. That would be the first line in the report that we are about to import. Click to the Define Fields tab, and in the black area down below, it has selected the entire report, that text file. All of the records are selected. And now we're going to insert four fields, the four that we need: title, artist, length, and category. I have added four fields, and now I have to name each of those four fields and associate those with the records files that are down below. Our data file has the four required fields: title, artist, length, and cart. And you can see that you can also add all sorts of other things if they're available, like if composer is available in that text file, we could import that. Now, before I get out of here, I want to talk about one other thing, and that's the file field. You may want to add file field. And what that is for is so you can click and hear the audio from within a Music One audio card. It's not required, but it's a nice thing to have. The cart field is what is required. That is the number or the drive path that goes into the playlist that goes to your automation system. And of course, to import any one of these fields, it's got to be in the source file, that is in the text file that you are about to import. What I'm doing here is linking the data in the text file with the data on the Music One audio cards. Down below in the song list, I've clicked on a song at random. It happens to be Kryptonite by Three Doors Down. Now, to set the artist, I click on Artist 1, and then down in the selection box, click on the artist name, Three Doors Down, and let the blinker just be blinking there on the artist name, and then click the Set button. Let's do it for title. Click on title in the slot up above. Click on Kryptonite. The cursor is blinking. Then click the Set button. And now we have our fields selected and linked. So let's click the File Preparation. Click the Import button, and everything is imported. And we have, what does it say there? 2,369 titles. Now that may be songs and non-song things. Music One will parse it a bit, and things that look like jingles or promos will come into Music One on non-music cards. Now I'm going to save that little routine that we used that I made to tell Music One how to read that text file, because I can use it again. It'll have an extension of a .idf. I can name it anything, so I'm going to name it import from tab file, and I will save this into the Music One folder, and I'll show you what I can do with that again in a minute. But here's the data that was imported. There's all of our songs. There's the B52s right there, title, artist, and the automation system cart number. Now I want to take a look at that import definition file that we made again. Let's go back to import and import from track list, and then open the file menu, and you'll see Music One has remembered that import definition file that I made a little while ago. It'll remember it forever, actually. So click that, and it loads that file up. But now click over to settings, and in the top left-hand corner there, you see import type is either to create tracks or to update tracks. Now if you click to update tracks, you can merge new data into your Music One database. For example, you've got a library that doesn't have the album titles in it for most of your songs, and you want that. If you've got a source file, then that source file with the album and the cart number, or with the album and the title plus the artist, or all together, then you can match on the title and the artist, or you can match on the cart number, and then import or merge that new data into your Music One database. Music One can import from tab-delimited files. That's one of the things we prefer, tab-delimited or comma-separated files with quotes in it. And after you've done it once or twice, you'll see how simple it is. But call us if you need some help.